AJ Frankie, Cottondale, Florida.
And what is this truck?
It's a 1992 Kenworth T-600.
And how long have you had it?
About 6.5 months.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Where did it come from? How did you end up with it?
I found it on Marketplace. A guy was selling it.
Fateful last words.
Yeah, I found it on Marketplace. It was just all white, but it had good bones. And I found it and bought it off of him and brought it back to Florida.
Were you looking for one of these?
I was looking for a truck to drive back and forth every day to school, to the school. And so I found it, and it just started off as, oh, I'll just drive it to school. And then I let myself get the best of me, and we ended up fixing it up.
What is to school? What is school?
I opened a CDL driving academy in Tallahassee, Florida for Class A and B licenses.
What's the info on this truck here?
It's got a Series 60 Detroit, 9-speed over, 411 rears, 250 wheelbase.
It's just like your commuter vehicle right now?
Yep, I use it to drive back and forth to school every day.
Had you ever had one of these before?
I have actually owned 2 T600s prior. I owned a 93 and I owned a 1996. And my father had one when I was a kid, and I thought they were the ugliest thing in the world when they came out, but they've kind of grown on me. So, and I figured it would be different.
That explains the name on the back then.
Yes.
6.5 months. What have you done to it in that time, other than the really nice lettering and pinstriping and everything?
Yep, had a guy letter and pinstripe, but that's the only thing I had somebody do. Bought new wheels from your husband. Let me see. Polished the tanks, sanded and polished. They were horrible. Sleeper panels, gutted the interior, cleaned it, rehabbed it to try to keep all original interior and clean it up and fix it. Pulled the headliner down. I put a suede headliner in it. New clutch fan, new AC, new seats, new carpet, new exhaust.
So a lot.
A lot.
But
yeah.
the body is...
The body, when I bought it, he had painted it, so I didn't paint it. He had painted it, and it was clean. It had good bones. I did the grill, headlights, tag. I mean, you know, just pretty much everything.
Even the license plate.
Yes.
Sweet. And a little shout out for your business. So how long have you been doing this then?
So I started trying to get the school open. It'll be 2 years this coming September, so about 18 months. It took 14 months, 13 months to get licensed. And we've been...
To be an instructor?
To be a school.
Okay.
And we've been open since September 1st of 2024. So we're going on about 8 months now.
Total different change of pace from previous lifestyle?
Yeah, no more trucking. My wife says maybe it'll keep me out of a truck. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, we did a full stereo in it. Steering wheel, dash. I had the dash apart to paint the top part of the dash because it was all scratched and messed up. And that was an old fleet truck that somebody had. It's come a long way.
I mean, you've obviously done a lot. It sounds like we need to look inside, but before we do that, outside looks great.
Thank you.
I don't think I asked you before, where did your nickname come from?
Boom.
Is there a story to that?
So I'm in a motorcycle club, and that's my nickname because I have a lot of guns. I'm a gun collector, so they call me Boom.
I see. Well, let's take a look inside, if we may. This is, I believe, my first
T600.
So yeah, we're gonna start out with a real pretty one. So is this the original interior just cleaned up? I mean, like the door panels?
So the door panels are original. The cab panels are original. The headliner I redid in suede because it was falling apart. I just had to take them apart and straighten them and fix the backings. And I redid all the door latches, painted all the door frames. So rebuilt the doors basically. Changed the gear shifter, chrome brake valve, steering wheel. The steering wheel, Lee Forney made for me, which is pretty cool. He made the wheel, the brake knobs, and the gear shifter knob, and converted the high-low range to an old one. Just, you know, little stuff every day.
It was a fleet truck?
Yeah.
Do you know how many miles were on it then?
I have no idea how many miles are on it. I'm going to say a bunch.
And how far do you drive it back and forth? Like, what's your commute?
56 miles each way to work every day. So about 112 miles a day. Really, really trucking it up.
Do you get many people shouting out to you on the CB?
Yeah, every once in a while you'll find somebody who's like, man, that's a cool old T-600.
Does that make you feel a little sad inside to call this old?
Yeah, because I graduated high school before this truck was built. So yeah, I definitely feel old.
Has it ever hauled a load since you've owned it? Or has it just been the trucking? Yeah, just the trucking.
Not since I've owned it. No. I'm actually looking for a trailer to kind of match it.
What is the syllabus like for a student at your driving academy?
So we have many different courses. If somebody's coming in and doesn't even have their permit, we have a course for that where we'll help them get their permit, learn everything they need to learn. Then they got to do yard and road. Then they got to, yard, and then they got to go on the road. I kind of got tired of complaining about the new drivers and figured, well, if I'm going to complain about it, you ought to do something. I can't fix anything, being one person, but I can ensure that people come out of my school are educated and are educated about even the way to dress and act and behave.
Wow.
So
does it seem to stick with the majority of them?
It does. And I've had students from all backgrounds and from everywhere, and they all seem to say the same thing. We care about our student. It's not about them just coming through and getting their license and getting them down the road. We want them to be successful. We want them to learn. We want them to be trained. About 90% of our students come out with a manual, no automatic restriction. We try to convince everybody to learn manual. And so I'm proud of that because most schools don't teach manual anymore. So
what's the sort of truck you have, or what trucks do you have?
I have 5 Freightliner Cascadias. And we've got van trailers is what we use for the school.
Freightliner Cascadias, are they all manual then? Or do you have one?
I have 3 manuals, 2 automatics. I've got 2 48-foot trailers. I have some pups. I like them to learn on different lengths of trailers because they react differently. And we teach them alley dock, 45 alley dock 90. We teach them reverse offset both sides, parallel both sides. And we make sure we teach them how to drop a trailer and connect a trailer. There's a lot of things that don't have to be taught according to ELDT. I mean, the backing is supposed to be taught, but not everybody does it. So yeah, we don't teach the test. We teach how to be a driver.
If someone came in without their permit, start to finish, how long would the whole...
If they came every day of the week, 5 days a week for 8 hours a day, they could be done and ready to test in 4 weeks. Potentially. We have stamps, so they have to earn a stamp for every maneuver. We break pre-trip down into 5 different parts for them, so it's easier to learn. So they have to be stamped on all pre-trip, all maneuvers, and they have to be stamped on their road driving before we'll allow them to test, before we'll enter their ELDT in the system. So my motto at the school is you're coming here to learn and earn your driver's license. This is still the ugliest part of the truck.
If I don't do it, I know people will ask. And if you hadn't lifted the hood, we couldn't have seen this.
Yeah.
Is this someone local?
No, a guy from Texas came out and did it. I was looking for a pinstriper, and he responded. He was coming to Panama City Bike Week, Thunder Beach or whatever they call it. And he's like, I can do it on my way out there. I'm like, okay. Because I just live north of Panama City now. Just an old 12.7 Detroit.
What was the first truck you rode in as a kid?
Oh, the first truck I ever rode in?
Yeah.
I would have to say a 1976 Peterbilt 359 of my father's. Yeah.
And then you had a 359 of your own.
I did. Yep. I've had W9s, 359s, 379s. Had a few internationals even. 9900 IXs. Had a little bit of everything. I still need a Max Superliner in my life.
But lots of trucking under your belt. Did you have any teaching experience?
No, other than teaching like my brothers and some other people, but teaching was never my bag. When I told people I was opening a CDL school, they all laughed and said, you don't have the patience for it. But actually I do. I think with age, I don't think I could have been an instructor 20 years ago because I wouldn't have had the patience. But when you're in your 50s, you gain some insight and you gain some patience. And
well, see, I have a teaching degree and I did not vibe with the student teaching experience. I don't know.
My wife's the same.
Yeah, I think it was the collaborating teacher. We just couldn't collaborate. It was not pleasant. But now I still teach piano. I know it's not a classroom setting. So one, I don't have to deal with parents in a school and like all of that. But being able to work one-on-one with people, which I know you're probably teaching classes in addition to the driving, like the road stuff.
Ours is a little different. We teach all the classroom stuff using YouTube videos and using iPads because everybody learns at their own pace that way. And they have the ability to go home and rewatch their portal. So for everything to get their permit, they learn through video and electronic. It's all automated or whatever you want to call it. And then in the yard, it's pretty much, we have instructors and we have different positions, like one's alley dock, straight line back, forward stop, blah, 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 all of them, right? And they all learn them as they go. We have instructors out there. So it's pretty hands-on. I don't instruct that much because I'm our CDL examiner.
So you get to do well, they are making you move. So I guess we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, I see them flagging. Thank you very much.
Thank you.